Hello, everybody. My name's Angelina, the silly person who doesn't know how to use computers. But that's okay because you guys are so awesome and so patient, and I appreciate you all for being here and for listening. I know that, let me see if I can change this thing now. Crazy. Okay. Well, I fixed it now, the old one. So now people can post and put videos and stuff, or not videos but comments. So I'm super excited to be here with you guys to talk with you. I just was trying to do a video. Hi, Nanette. Thank you for being here and for segueing over with me to a new video. So, for those of you who have been on my channel for a while, you know that this is just kind of what it is. I don't know technology that well, and that's what I get for trying to be slick beforehand and pushing buttons on things that I don't know what they do. But I learned today that I don't know. Don't push buttons. Just put the hashtags in there. You'll be all right. So anyway, here I am today. We're here to talk about the new moon in Scorpio. This new moon in Scorpio is a doozy for a lot of people, including me. Yay. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for telling me. It's kind of cool when you guys know me personally, because then you can text me and be like, Angelina, you're crazy. Your stuff isn't working. I know, Nanette, it's been forever. How is life? How are you doing out there? Nanette's been on the channel for forever, so she's just awesome and amazing and super kind and sweet and patient. Today we're going to be talking, like I said, about the new moon. But before we talk about that, please make sure you like the video so that way it kind of goes up into YouTube algorithm land and more people see it. Making sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. If you are not a subscriber, hit that little bell so you get notified anytime that I go live, which is quite often, right? Also, leave me a comment so I know who you are, where you're at, what you like about this channel, if anything. If you like this kind of content, let me know that in the comments so that I can make more of it for you all. This is a free channel for me to make for you. This is a complimentary service. I don't ask for money. I don't sell things on this channel. Nothing on this channel should ever have any sort of monetary exchange. This is for me, a gift from me to you that I hope you all enjoy. So without further ado, I am going to be pulling cards, not from the deck that I just was showing all of you because I don't know that deck well enough yet. And I feel like I should know the decks better before I do them live. So those of you who know, I used to do the unboxings on live and I would pull cards, and that's great. I just don't want to do that. I would rather use a deck that I know really well and then use this deck when I know it a little bit better. I mean, just kind of to be candid and save time and energy. I just don't want to. I want to use cards that I know. Next week, though, I'm going to use this deck because I think you guys are going to love it. I love it. I pulled 2 cards for myself when I got it, and I was like, oh, this deck is so cool. So I'm super excited about it. So I have a couple different decks here that I'm going to be using tonight. So if you would like a card pulled, or you would like a message, or have a specific question, please let me know that in the comments. Again, just kind of my rules and regulations for doing readings on here. I do 1 question or card, or whatever, per person. And if you want something more in-depth, I do provide that as a service outside of YouTube. And so you can email me at spiritualconnections18@gmail.com to set that up. But on here, it's just 1 person, 1 question, 1 card, that kind of a thing. In addition to that, I do ask that when I am giving somebody a reading, if I'm giving somebody a reading, that we don't bog down the comments, so that way that person can get some undivided attention. It can be a little distracting to have a bunch of comments popping up while I'm trying to give a message. But when I'm not giving a message, all is fair game, and you can say as much as you want, and that's going to be awesome. So let me know in the comments if you would like that. Yeah, Nanette, it is so cool. It's beautiful. The imagery is great. The messaging is pretty positive. Like, I haven't looked at some of the darker ones, like the the one with the blood all over her mouth. I didn't look at that one yet. But the 2 cards I pulled were really positive and kind. So I'm excited to use it as a deck and to show all of you. So I have 2 decks here that I'm using. I have my Angel deck, which is always my go-to. Like, I know you guys know this deck, but it's sort of tried and true, and it's dear to my heart, so I use this one always. Also, I feel like it gets kind of grumpy with me when I don't use it. So, like, I have dreams about it, and I'm like, okay, I get you. I'll pull some cards from you. No problem. And then I have my other Lightworker deck, which I got from Ryan, my husband, at a Goodwill in Las Vegas. And it's a really cool deck too. So I use that as well. So here we are, just pulling some cards. I also have this other really cool deck that also I didn't find it at a Goodwill. I found this at a garage sale. So somebody bought this really cool therapeutic deck. It's all affirmations. They bought it and then they just never used it. Was still in the packaging and everything. So, and that's kind of what I mean when I was talking in the other video. Sometimes you get a deck and it just doesn't resonate with you and you just don't love it and you never unpackage it, or you just buy things to buy things like we all do. I do that sometimes too. So this was a deck at a garage sale, still in the packaging, still had the book and everything. And it's awesome. It's beautiful. It's so cool. Every tough situation offers me an opportunity for personal growth. Huh, that sounds familiar for the theme of the week, right? So it's just a really awesome deck as well. So I'm pulling cards from there if anybody wants any affirmations. And just for the heck of it, I'll pull some cards. You know, I like to pull cards on these lives for anybody who watches them later, if anybody watches them later. And they can kind of go through and be like, huh, I wonder if that card is for me. That makes a lot of sense. Also coming into this new moon in Scorpio, which is all about bringing our hidden desires, hidden truths, and hidden angers to light. The Angel card. Okay, Nanette, I've got you. Do you have, I'm going to assume you don't have a specific question, but if you do have a specific question, I'll wait like a second because I know there's a lag. If you have a certain question before I start going. All right, Nanette, I have a card for you. Okay, I have the friendship card. So there's a few things going on right now in terms of this card, specifically around this new moon. So a lot of new relationships, a lot of kind of old people falling away and just kind of making space for some new people. But I don't know if you've just recently made some new friends, like at work or in a like work type situation where you're kind of collaborating more with other people. But this card is saying that some of the people that you're meeting are going to be fast friends. So when you're doing your manifestation work, because I'm not sure if you're manifesting for new friends or like enhancing old friendships, but this card is definitely saying that like the people that you're magnetizing towards you right now are definitely on their friend material. All right, like that's kind of what their friend material. So I don't know. I don't see this as like a romantic partner per se, but somebody that you just really resonate with. And it's just like, bam, now we're friends. And now we just hang out all the time. This is the type of person that's coming your way right now. So if you've already met them, great. But I have a feeling you're going to be meeting them very soon if you haven't already. But it's just going to be like a fast friendship. Like they're just friend material, whoever they are. So let me know if that resonates with you, if that makes any sense. Do-overs are allowed, right? If you're like, that makes no sense, Angelina. Okay, cool. Do-overs are allowed. I'll pull another card for you. Keeping in mind, right? Like if it resonates with you, great. Take it, hold it, move forward with it. And if it doesn't resonate, then let it go. Let it flow, man. Oh, hold on. I should just leave these on, but I get blinded by my little ring light. With a new moon in Scorpio, Do the cards think it is a good time to make bigger decisions? Okay, so I'm just going to put this up so everyone can see it. Okay, so do the cards think that a bigger decision should be held off on? Okay, so it's a great question. So this is a great kind of do-over. Okay, so this is a great thing to talk about when we're asking questions of the deck. So we want to be really specific about what the question is, because that's like a super wide range, multiple step question. So let me think of how to word this differently. Make bigger decisions, or should decisions be held off on? Okay, so hold on. Whew, sorry, that was a bit of a doozy. Okay, so I have two cards for you. I only pull one, but the cards give me two. So if the cards give me two, I give you two. Okay, so I have the Children card and the Truth and Integrity card. Okay, so the first piece of this, the Truth and Integrity piece, is like you know what's right for you. You know what is in integrity for you when you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing for yourself, right? So this is in answer to the question of, with the new moon in Scorpio, all the excitement, what do the cards think we should do with big decisions? So the first card being Truth and Integrity. So knowing what is in alignment with you is really important, and you know already. But the other, Olaf, come here. Stop it. He's barking at the window. I don't know. Anyway, then you have the Children card. So the Children card is asking you to look at situations with more childhood wonder, right? Childlike wonder, not thinking too seriously about things and taking opportunities as they come, right? When you're a kid, you're not afraid of big decisions. You just go for it, right? You don't think about things so hard. You just go for it. So you know what the right thing is for you, and go have some fun, right? Don't take life so seriously, because good things are on their way for you. And that's what the cards really want you to know right now. Don't think so hard. I know that's kind of like telling people not to breathe, but you've got this, right? The opportunities are coming, and the big decisions, right? If you were a kid, would you be hesitating this much? Would you hesitate on any of those big decisions if you were still, young and, what is it, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Just unhampered, right? Would you be thinking that hard about any decisions that are coming your way? No, you would just go for it, and you just have fun and you'd play. Before you got to the place where your parents or whatever told you that you had to be a certain way, you were excited and in wonder about what was going on in life. So that's what this card is talking about, or those two cards. Okay, so Nanette, you want a do-over. Okay. Okay, so that first card was a friendship card. I feel like you get the friendship card often, but you want a do-over. Okay. So Nanette, you have the balance card, my friend. Balance. So when the balance card comes out for us, it is typically because we are not in balance, right? We have things that we're doing too much of. Either we're giving too much, we're taking too much, or we're doing nothing too much, right? We're in a state of neutral nothing, right? So for you, what this card is asking you to do is to kind of come back to the whiteboard, right? And to start looking at the energies going in and the energies going out, and see what's out of balance. Okay, so agree. So it seems like what I'm seeing in my mind is that you have a lot of energy going out, right? You have a lot of things that you're trying to keep track of, a lot of people you're trying to keep track of, projects you're trying to keep track of, right? Just a lot of things that is energy going out, and there isn't that kind of balanced reciprocity, okay? So it's okay to let some of those things go, right? Because the universe is asking you to balance those things, which means some of those things can go. So we got to figure out what those things are. And it's time, right? And with this new moon in Scorpio, it's going to become super, super clear which of those things it's time to let go of, right? Again, it seems like this is a lot of work stuff or a lot of like money stuff, a lot of like interpersonal things of just like giving too much, like a nonprofit or something like that, where there's just a lot going out, but not enough coming back. And so there's burnout imminent, right? Burnout is imminent. So you must find balance, right? If you don't find balance on your own, the universe will force you into balance. It must, right? Because that's homeostasis. So if we're not in homeostasis, the universe is going to force us into it because it can't maintain the levels that we're operating in. Okay. Trust me, if anybody knows about homeostasis, it's me, because the universe is constantly saying, Angelina, stop doing so much. And I'm like, no, but I want to. And it's like, okay, well, go sit down and don't get up for 3 days. Right. So it is time. It is time to bring yourself into balance and see what comes your way. Maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe those cards are flipped, which is once that is in balance, that you're going to have more people coming your way. So burned out. Yeah. It's time to let some of those things go, my friend. It's time. Yeah. When I see this in my mind, like this whiteboard, half of this stuff is other people's stuff. That's why I was like, is this like a nonprofit? Like, what is this? Most of this stuff is not even your stuff, but you're holding it like it is yours, and it's not serving you, right? Time to make some boundaries and let some of those things go. Make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so I'm going to pull this card for somebody. I don't know who this card is for. I tell you, this card is not for me. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's for everybody. It's hard to know. Good girl, Abby. You're welcome. Okay. Woo. All right. So the card that is here in front of me is the Guardian Angel card. Again, I'm not sure who this card is for. It could be somebody who's not even on the live. It could be for somebody who is on the live and just doesn't necessarily have a question or whatever. I don't know. But your guardian angel is present and is pushing you and is showing you what you need to know. It's time to start to listen to the guardian angel, right? Time to take some stock in what you're being guided towards. Especially with the guardian angel, what this is like when you're headed towards dangerous behavior, right? Or a dangerous path, your guardian angel is there to like pick you up and put you back where you need to be, right? So whoever this card is for, it's time to start looking at the things you're doing with a more like I can't even think of the word, but like thinking about your behavior in a more serious, maybe a more serious light, and saying like, is this really safe for me to do? Is this really a safe decision for me to make? And going from there, because your guardian angel is trying to get your attention about some things you have going on. So whoever that's for, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if that resonates with you, I guess. If you're watching this now or later, if that makes sense for you, hit me up in the comments, yo. For those of you who are joining, please make sure that you like this video and share it with anybody that you think is interested in oracle readings, in psychic work, in anything that has to do with spiritual development. That's what this channel is all about. If you have a certain question that is not related to like a card pull, if you're just wondering anything about spirituality, now is a great time to ask. This is a really cool place because there's a lot of people on this channel who watch or who comment who are on the spiritual journey, even further along on their journey than I am. So this is a great place to ask any questions and kind of collaborate with this community, right? With like-minded people. So let's see if any other cards pop out. Just, you know, this deck, like I said, it gets angry when it doesn't get used too often. Are you coming out? Okay. All right. So talking about new moon in Scorpio, kind of getting back to the discussion at hand. So remember, this new moon in Scorpio is asking us to bring up all of our like things that we're pushing down, right? Like I just had somebody I was talking to today when we were talking about all the things, right? This new moon in Scorpio saying, hey, pay attention. Here's all the things. And we're going, no, 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 those aren't the things. That's not the problem. Well, it is the problem, right? We got to address that. So this card is the body care card. And it's asking us all, everybody, especially because it's new moon in Scorpio, to take some time to put ourselves high on the priority list and start taking care of ourselves again. So, kind of going back to the children card, right? Or child card, which is how are you nurturing yourself during this full moon? So, question, how are you guys nurturing yourself right now before this new moon? How are you taking care of yourselves? How are you preparing yourselves to come into this shift? It resonates. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, so this card asking you to put yourself high on that priority list. Take some time to take care of yourself. Maybe make a frivolous purchase, right? You're allowed to do that every once in a while. There's mysterious sounds out there, and I'm like, who's getting into trouble? It's probably TikTok. Anyway, so how are you taking care of yourselves? What are you doing right now that is bringing yourself into a space of high vibration, right? Maybe that's not a purchase. Maybe that's getting your nails done. Maybe that's going for a haircut. Maybe that is going for a walk somewhere, right? Maybe it's calling an old friend. Who knows? Taking some time to just do something that you want to do for you without giving any explanation or reason and just making things happen for yourself. Because this is such a, it was TikTok. Because this is such a weird vibrational time with a new moon, really, Abby. Hey, Abs. Oh, these dogs, man, I'm telling you. This is a weird vibrational time, right? Because the universe is really starting to prepare every human, every person living to be in a new vibrational state, right? To manifest for your dreams, to manifest for a new reality. And in order to do that, we have to be vibrationally prepared. So what do I mean by that? Okay. So let's say I want to have 10 new clients by the end of December, right? January 1st, I want to have 10 new clients. Okay, great. Now, when I'm manifesting for my clients, I'm manifesting all of these things, right? Spiritually aware and kind and compassionate and financially well off and love me and love what I have going on and interested in traveling to see me, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But I'm not doing my own inner work. I'm not meditating. I'm not healing. I'm not working with crystals. I'm angry all the time. I'm stressed out all the time. And I'm just not doing my own inner work. That thing I'm manifesting for will not come. Okay. I won't be prepared for it. Now, what will happen instead is I'll get 10 new clients, maybe, who are the direct opposite of that because they're going to reflect my vibrational energy. So the universe right now is saying, okay, you want big things. You want big changes. You want amazing opportunities. But are you ready for them? All right. If they show up, are you going to be in a space where you can accept them, receive them, take them in? Because you have to make that space. So right now, as we prepare for the new moon, this deck is saying, hey, body care, take care of yourselves, bring yourselves to a higher vibration so that you can receive the things that you're accepting. Receive the things you're manifesting for, not receive the things you're accepting. So let me know if that makes sense. Let me know what you guys are doing. I went and got my nails done, although that's kind of a long story. That wasn't intentional. But I took the dogs to the dog park and they broke my nail, and I just work here. So the universe told me to go get my nails fixed, and I did. And I met some really cool people, and that was awesome. So, all right, I'm going to pull a couple cards from this other deck. Again, this is just for people watching. If this resonates with you, awesome. If this doesn't resonate for you, yeah, take it for what it is. It's just me pulling cards and reading them for you guys all in a live fashion. I'll probably give this live another 6-ish minutes if anybody else pops in. Again, thinking about these cards that I'm pulling in the, like, for the new moon that's coming up. The new moon is the 13th, which is next week. Okay. All right. So here's this card. This card always kind of like stresses me out because I never know, like, I feel like it's like looming over me, but this is the Ever Unfolding Rose. So the Ever Unfolding Rose card is saying to us all that things are happening, right? Things are happening in the background, and all of the things that are happening for our best and highest good. So the things that are coming, whether they are perceived as negative or perceived as positive, they are there to make us stronger. Right? So the things coming are there to make us better, to make us into the best version of ourselves. And how we perceive and interact with those things are how we're going to move forward in life. So whoever that's for, maybe it's for me. I always feel like there's something there, right? Not that it's bad, just there's always something around the corner that I need to be emotionally prepared for. Sometimes that's just driving to Walmart. I'm driving to Walmart. I got to emotionally prepare for that trip. I don't know about any of you guys watching this live. I'm going to make myself human for a second. But man, I always get mad every time I'm in the parking lot at Walmart. And as soon as I walk into Walmart, I'm just like, this is so annoying and frustrating. This place is the worst. Like, I don't know why I go there because I always get mad every time I go to Walmart. Anyway, human moment. Okay. Any other cards we need to know about for the new moon in Scorpio from this deck? Ooh. Okay. The Ever Unfolding Rose, which we already know about. And, I bet you I know who this card's for. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north, right? This card, like every time I get this card, I'm always like, really? You felt the need to stop everything that I was doing to tell me to stop overthinking things? Like, I already know that. Leave me alone. That's why I always think it's funny. But so yeah, there it is. The Ever Unfolding Rose again comes out telling us that things are happening for us to help make us into the best version of ourselves. And then you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So we all know when we're off, like when we're not in alignment, right? We all know when we've stepped off the path and we've taken a detour. We all know when we're in distraction. It's human. It's part of what we do, right? It's part of how we exist in the world, is being in a space where sometimes things aren't perfect and they don't look perfect. They don't feel perfect, right? But the journey is knowing when we're off track and then getting ourselves back on track. However, this card is saying that every single person who's in this space right now, who's listening, you are on your journey. You are on your path, right? You're not lost in the woods anywhere, right? You are facing your true north right now. And you know what needs to move out of the way so that you can continue moving forward. I remember one time I was getting a reading before I was doing my own readings. And I was like, man, I just feel blocked. I just feel like I can't move forward. And the person who was reading for me was like, but you're not. I don't see any blockages. I don't feel any blockages. My tuning fork doesn't see any blockages. There's no blockages. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense because I feel blocked. And they were like, well, sometimes it's just the way that you feel, right? Like you feel blocked because you're afraid to move forward. And I was like, ugh, okay. That makes sense. I guess it resonates with me. So I never say that I'm blocked anymore. I just say there's something that I haven't discovered yet that I need to learn before I move forward, right? I need to learn something here. I need to gain some wisdom here, some insight. All right. So True to my word, I am going to hop off here in just a second. But before I do, I am going to pull an affirmation card for all of us to use during this next full moon to just kind of help keep us in alignment, to help bring us back into a good space. Keeping in mind, right, like you don't have to do this. You don't have to use this affirmation if you don't want to. This is just, I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. I bring it to you guys because I'm like a super nerd and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, look, I have affirmation decks. But if you don't use them, then that's okay. If you do use them and you use this affirmation over the weekend and for this new moon, let me know in the comments of this video or another video that I do how that went for you. Right? Let me know if that helped you in kind of keeping yourself on track. If that blessed your life in any way, if it increased your vibration, however you want to put it, let me know in the comments. I'm also going to do it, so I'll let you guys know if you ask me in the next video and I happen to remember. So, affirmation for the new moon in Scorpio. Maybe. Hold on. Ooh. I got 3 cards here. Okay. So I've got 3 cards here. There are 3 of us here in this moment. So I'm going to read all 3 of them. The one that resonates with you, that's for you. The ones that don't resonate for you, those are not for you. So I'm assuming that that's what this is going to be. Okay. So the first affirmation I have here is I am focused and present when communicating. I am focused and present when communicating. The second one is I meet daily life with a light heart and a sense of humor. And this third one is every tough situation offers me an opportunity for personal growth. Okay, so I'll read those again. I am focused and present when communicating. I meet daily life with a light heart and a sense of humor. And the third one is every tough situation offers me an opportunity for personal growth. So these are the 3 things that we need to keep in mind, all 3 of us. And anybody who watches this live later, if you make it through all the readings and gobbledygook, if you do these affirmations, let me know how they work for you, if they resonate with you, if you like them, if you're like, ooh, yeah, that one's for me, great. Let me know that in the comments or in the next video. And thank you guys so much for joining this video, for joining this live, for communicating to me that I messed up the last live. I appreciate that. And I really hope to see you guys all later. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I may or may not post a video tomorrow or this weekend because I am going to the gem fair. And I love going to the gem fair. And I do like to make videos about like what I buy at the gem fair because I'm a super nerd. So stay tuned for that. If that happens to pop up, I'll make sure to put a live announcement on there so that you guys can see it. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.